Nothing beats their 6-week holidays. You can spend £50 per person per day during these holidays. That's £200 per day for a family of 4.
It is a big sign that a country is finished when it is cheaper for you to travel and get accommodation abroad than it is for you to stay in the country that you live in and do a staycation.
If you go out of the country more than 4 times within the course of a year, 365 days, you will be investigated.
£5,000 fine for holidaying abroad. It's still cheaper than a week at Centre Parks.
They actually don't want us to go on holiday, you know. Like, the cost of living, crisis, economy we're in, whatever we are in, simulation we're in, doesn't want us to go on holiday.
I work my arse off. My husband works his arse off. We always have. And I think that if I wanted to go on 4 trips a year, what the f*** has it got to do with anyone else?
So we just got back from Turkey, and every single shop we went to, they were complaining about how quiet it is and how there's not that many people on holiday. And if they are on holiday, they are broke and don't do loads of shopping.
I work, I contribute, and I can't even afford to take my children camping.
Those times back in the day when people used to be like, can't afford to go on holiday this year, I'm just going to do a staycation with the family. It's over. Staycations are more expensive than the holiday. Just go on the holiday.
To me, if I see you going to London or having a few nights away in the UK, you are richer than if I saw someone going abroad for a couple of days or even a week.
I'm sorry, but why are UK staycations so stupidly pricey? Okay, but yes, can we please talk about how expensive ferries are? Absolutely ridiculous.
Right now, the average cost of living per month in London is £2,500. However, right now, there are several all-inclusive holiday deals to places like Turkey and Egypt for £1,000 for the entire month.
When I see £200, I don't see £200. I see that as a nice weekend trip to somewhere in Europe.
Right, the UK, it's not looking good, bruv. Yeah, it's f***ing cold. We got the Cosy Lives crisis, yeah? And now they want to reduce the school summer holidays from 6 weeks to 4 weeks.
Where's the sun, Lincoln? Why is grey? Where did the sun go?
It must just some bad guys took its sun.
The bad guys took the sun, yeah. I think it was Keir Starmer.
Welcome back to Broken Britain, where even a holiday is now out of reach. Forget about jetting off abroad. Most of us can't even afford a cheap UK staycation anymore. The idea of taking a break, recharging, or just escaping everyday stress, it's become a luxury for the rich. Hotels, trains, fuel, food, everything's gone up. A long weekend by the seaside now costs more than a week abroad used to. Families are staying home, cancelling plans, or racking up debt just to get a few days away. This isn't a holiday, it's highway robbery. And while ordinary Brits tighten their belts, MPs and CEOs are still flying business class and living it up on expenses. If you're sick of watching basic joys in life get priced out of reach, hit subscribe. Because here on Brit Rants, we're giving a voice to every working class Brit who's being ripped off by this so-called cost of living crisis.
It is a big sign that a country is finished when it is cheaper for you to travel and get accommodation abroad than it is for you to stay in the country that you live in and do a staycation. This is the price of a return train journey from London to Newcastle, £193.20. And if you want to go first class and be a piece fancy, over £300 to stay in the UK, man, to stay in the UK. However, if you want a return flight from the UK, London, to Milan, Italy, for the same dates, it's going to cost you as little as £105. The fastest, 189. So even their most expensive flights, obviously, I don't know about first class and that, but some of the most expensive flights are still cheaper than a regular train from London to Newcastle. Tell me how that makes sense. Those times back in the day when people used to be like, can't afford to go on holiday this year, I'm just going to do a staycation with the family. It's over. Staycations are more expensive than the holiday. Just go on the holiday. Do you know what I mean? The holiday is now the cheaper option. Leaving the country is the cheaper option. Is it making sense? No wonder people in the UK are so upset. We can't even afford to be here. Do you get it? We can't even afford to be here. But if ever I've seen signs that a country wants those who live in the country to leave, this is it, right? Like, surely.
I'm sorry, but why are UK staycations so stupidly pricey? I decided I was going to be the best girlfriend ever and book a little surprise for G just because he deserves it. And yeah, I'm thriving in life. And it's so expensive. But then this man doesn't have a passport. It was actually cheaper for us to fly anywhere into Europe than it was just for a weekend away. I've even checked either side of like when he's booked time off, either side of the bank holiday. Still stupidly expensive. Ridiculous.
Let me make this point really clear. Maturing is realizing that the real rich people are not the ones that do all these all-inclusives to holidays, going to Egypt, going to Marrakesh. That's not richness. The rich people are the ones staying inside the UK, doing staycation for two. £687 per night. £687 per night in the UK. Anyone that goes on several staycations in the UK, those are the rich people, not the ones going around all inclusives outside of the country. Love holidays, £29 per person for a deposit.
Okay, but yes, can we please talk about how expensive ferries are? Absolutely ridiculous. Went back to England, so the Stand line from Belfast to Liverpool, this was in February for me, my mum and my dad. Between the ferry and the accommodation for like a weekend, so I think it was like 2 nights, over a grand. And when we went, we then came back and we were like, we genuinely should have just gone to like Spain or France or just anywhere else that would have at least been a bit nicer for, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Also, we didn't even get cabins. We were just in like the little like VIP bit where you can sit and get food and then just slept on the couches. So I can't even imagine how much more it would have been if, we even had somewhere to sleep.
They actually don't want us to go on holiday, you know. Like, the cost of living, crisis, economy we're in, whatever we are in, simulation we're in, doesn't want us to go on holiday. And the moment I realised how badly they didn't want us to go away was when I saw the cost of airport parking. I have willingly been a baby girl for the last 8 years. I'll admit, I haven't paid for things like airport parking, any of that kind of stuff. But I'm looking at it right now because I am taking my partner on holiday. And why is it £179 for a week to park your car? Honestly, that's back in the day, that would be a cost of a holiday in itself. To park a car. The best business plan you could have in this day is a car parking space because there's minimal maintenance, I think. You're literally getting people to pay you for somewhere to put their car. Genius! I am going to buy a car park. I'm going to invest in a car park.
We need a holiday. Let's just book it.
Let's just do one of those last minute things. 250 each, Gran Canaria or Malaga, something like that.
Look, I think if we push it to 300 each, we can really get something.
Fine.
Oh, here you go. 4 nights in Lanzarote, 280 each, by the beach.
Let's do it. Wait, is there like a room upgrade?
Sea-view room, only 30 extra.
Okay, that's probably worth it. Shame it's not all inclusive.
They have all inclusive. It just costs an extra 100.
Okay, I can put it on the credit card and pay it off next month.
You sure?
Yeah. In which case we should look at Tenerife. It's nicer.
Ooh, let me look.
11 nights, luxury beach view room, all inclusive, adults only, access to premium bar.
Is that in Lanzarote?
Maui.
How much?
7,000.
Total?
Each.
Nah, that's a shame.
Why, is it too expensive?
Our budget is £300 each.
Yeah, but with the credit card we can do a bit extra. And I've got American Express too, 5k credit limit, and we can use Klarna to book the flights.
I think you're getting a bit carried
Business
away.
class, 600.
Oh, I like that.
Let's do it.
Wait, can we really afford this?
Grandad.
What?
They're talking about moving him into hospice.
Oh, so you don't want to travel?
No, I'm saying if he dies, then I get 1/5 of his bungalow. It pays for the trip.
Genius. Book it. Wait, what if he doesn't die?
Stop overcomplicating it. Just book.
When I see £200, I don't see £200. I see that as a nice weekend trip to somewhere in Europe. Not even just Europe, you can go to a place like Morocco for as cheap as £200. You know how good that is? Like, when it comes to money these days, I don't see money as money. I see money as a holiday. Like, bro, all my wages, all my money goes towards traveling. Like, I'd rather spend £200 on a holiday instead of spending £200 on shoes or like clothes, you get it. When it comes to holidays, to making memories that you're enjoying your life, £200 that you will never forget. When it comes to buying stuff, you buy clothes, you probably forget about those clothes in a few years. Not in a few months probably. Like, bro, last year I went to Morocco for about £200. First, I paid like £50 for flights, then accommodations about £80, then the rest of the money went on food and activities. Nice 4-day holiday in Marrakesh for £200. Never, ever, ever regret spending your money on holidays. Because when you spend money on holidays, you never know how much of a good time you will have, man. The main reason why I work 3 jobs here was so I can travel so much. In my gap year, I went to about 10 countries in the space of 9 months. Like, £200 is easy 2 shifts at Wings, so I use that money to book a flight. Work 2 shifts, the next day I'm flying out. Cause bro, I only be stuck in the UK.
To me, if I see you going to London or having a few nights away in the UK, you are richer than if I saw someone going abroad for a couple of days or even a week. £300 a night for somewhere in the UK, maybe 200 if you're lucky, or £200 for a couple of nights away somewhere in Europe. And yes, those are the prices I pay when I go away for a couple of days. I just don't get it. Why would you go somewhere in the UK when you can go abroad? First thing people say to me when I tell them that I've booked a couple of days away somewhere in Europe, they always say, oh my god, how do you have so much money? Yet they've just spent 2 nights in London. You're the rich one. I don't know if it's because people just don't research prices enough and actually compare and try and find a good deal abroad, or people just genuinely prefer going to somewhere in the UK. I keep wanting to book like a night away because going to and from like an airport can be a bit aggravating sometimes and sometimes you can't get there. But I'm not paying those prices. Most likely the people that you see that are taking a few days away around Europe or somewhere abroad, they're not rich, they're just smart.
This is about the train versus airplane dilemma. I'm going to visit my friend in Edinburgh in Scotland in just a few weeks' time, and I was just looking at the trains because I thought it's more sustainable, probably a little bit of a slower travel, and also I can take as much as I want in my bag. But upon checking the prices, I found the cheapest connection from London to Edinburgh for £123, which is a lot. Then I looked at flights and I got a flight return for £47.93. Considering that my train ticket to the airport and back will probably cost me 15 quid, it doesn't really make sense to book trains in the UK. So if you come into the UK or travel, just beware that UK is one of the most expensive countries to travel on the train.
I want to know why the government thinks I owe immigrants money. I work, I contribute, and I can't even afford to take my children camping. That's a comment from my post yesterday, and I think it sums up everything I was saying yesterday, and it sums up the situation that this country is in right now.
This is the hotel that we're staying in. The Holiday Inn here in Bloomsbury. This room costs us 2,750 RMB per night. £300, almost 400 US dollars. Let's take a look at the view. How's the view? Oh, just some kind of view over the greyness of the UK. Some dilapidated housing there. Lincoln, what do you think? No. No, just no. Where's the sun, Lincoln? Why is grey? Where did the sun go?
It must be some bad guy took its sun.
Some bad guys took the sun, yeah. I think it was Keir Starmer. I mean, it's just insane. £300 per night. In China, you could literally stay in the Ritz, in Four Seasons, Hilton, the Marriott for that price, in luxury 5-star hotel. But what does it get you here in London? It gets you this little box room.
It's currently cheaper to go on holiday than it is to live here in the UK. What? This might sound crazy, but stick with me. Right now, the average cost of living per month in London is £2,500. However, right now, there are several all-inclusive holiday deals to places like Turkey and Egypt for £1,000 for the entire month. That includes everything: your hotel, your flights, all of your food. You don't have to do any cooking, any cleaning. It's all done for you, and it's cheaper than living in the UK. With the cost of living, it's more important than ever that you start a side hustle, so click the link in my bio for my eBay reselling partnership method.
Do British people not travel within the UK?
No, British people don't travel within the UK, and it's very easy to see why. So let's say, for example, I want to travel from London to Glasgow, see some friends up there. It would cost me either £75.90 because I'm on a rail card, or £115 if I was old. But let's say I don't want to go to Glasgow. You know, Glasgow is still the UK. Glasgow is still really cold, really rainy. I want to go to Prague instead. Prague is infinitely nicer. £52 on the same day from London Luton Airport. Or if I from Gatwick for 54 quid. London Gatwick is a much nicer airport, by the way. And to prove that this isn't a coincidence, or it was a fluke that found those prices, no, this is within England. Going from London to York, so we're not even going to cross any borders here. Original price £77, original price £113. And on the same day, let's say you want to go to, I don't know, sunny Morocco. London to Marrakesh, £98, £96, £94 up there. It's absolutely a no-brainer why British people do not want to travel in the UK, would rather travel to somewhere a lot nicer, a lot sunnier, and sometimes cheaper as well.
Hi guys, just a little one. So, Keir Starmer's out again, by the sounds of it. So, as of the 4th of August 2025, if you go out of the country more than 4 times within the course of a year, 365 days, you will be investigated. So, if you like to do, I don't know, say 4-day trip to Rome, then a 2-week trip with your family to a family holiday destination, then I don't know, you go on a girls trip somewhere, then a boys go on a boys trip, and you've got if you have 3 holidays, you're fine. If you have 4 and you leave the country 4 times in a year, you will be investigated. So I understand they're doing it for benefit fraud, stuff like that. People that are obviously signing on and going on holidays shouldn't be happening. You know, at the end of the day, if you're not working, I don't see you should have the right to have a holiday personally. My opinion, don't like it. It is what it is. I think if you're going to go on holidays, you should have earned that, not just been given it. I work my arse off. My husband works his arse off. We always have. And I think that if I wanted to go on 4 trips a year, what the fuck has it got to do with anyone else? My money pays for my holidays. No one else pays for my holidays. My husband does most of the time. That's not the point. We are a unit. So at the end of the day, if we're paying to go on holiday, and if it is 4 times a year, so fucking what? If it's 5, 6 times a year, why you then got to investigate what I'm doing? I'm earning my money, and if I want to go on holiday 4 times a year, I'm going on holiday 4 times a year. Ain't none of the goddamn government's business what I'm doing, how I'm spending my money. As long as I ain't spending it on cartel or nothing like that, why should it matter? It's really pissed me off, as you can probably tell. But I understand with regards to if it's just people that sign on that you're checking, get that, because they should, if they're getting the universal credit, blah 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 blah. I get that. Now I do understand, obviously, that people are out there that genuinely cannot work. They've got 3 or 4 kids. They need to be a stay-at-home mum, single parents. Fully get that, and I do believe you deserve a holiday. But I do believe the government should then provide you with a holiday voucher. Give you a voucher once a year to take the kids away. I think that's what should be done. But to be then, people that have grafted their asses off and have earned that holiday, why on earth should we be investigated by the government? What's it got to do with them? At the end of the day, we pay, what is it? I can't remember what the amount was now. Something stupid for these people to go and sit in government, in Big Ben, whatever it's called, the Houses of Parliament, sit there during all the chatter of this and chatter that, and they're asleep. They're getting paid like 160 quid a day to be there for like 2 hours, and all they're doing is taking a goddamn nap. Then they get their buffet lunch that's got salmon and croquettes and blah blah blah, all this posh crap for their lunch. Mate, I have to go and get a sandwich meal from Tesco's, yeah? I have to get myself a ham sandwich with a packet of crisps and some Coke, and it costs me about 5 quid. I have to pay for my food. My company don't pay for my food. I pay for it out of my pocket money. It's not pocket money. I'm 44 years old. I don't get pocket money. But what I'm saying is, I have to have my money that's in my pocket, is what I'm saying, to pay for that. I draw out a certain amount of money a month that's in my purse for me to get me lunches, get me petrol. So I know that's what that's for. Anything else in my bank, happy days. Pay a bit extra for some of my debts, because I have got debts. Earn a decent amount of money, so does my old man. We are still in debt with stuff. It's inevitable. Robbing Peter to pay Paul constantly. But I just don't understand why they think it's acceptable to be now looking at my passport, seeing where I'm going, seeing what I'm doing. Now, if you go on away for business a lot, where does that leave you? If you travel 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 times a year on business, how are you going to have your own holiday with your family? You're travelling abroad to bring business, to earn money, so your company or yourself gets a decent flipping salary so you can eat and you can live life. Are we not allowed to live our lives now? Is it all about just paying taxes constantly to this government? I think they're taking a piss. Anyway, as of the 4th of August, so what, we're talking not even 3 weeks, 2 weeks away, this is what's going to start happening. You go on holiday, your name flags up, you've been 3 times, that's okay. 4th time, you're in trouble. They're investigating why you're going on holiday. Well, why can't, oh my God, like, why can't I go on holiday? Like, are you fucking kidding me? This is the only country that's doing it. No other country in the world is doing this. Just our country. Like, don't worry about where I'm going. Get rid of the people that are coming over that shouldn't be here. You want to save some money? That's where you're saving money. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God, I just don't even know what to say, clearly. Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comments, because I'm just baffled by the crazy world that is the UK right now, because it's just fucking stupid. Peace out, take care.
Mate, I'm sick and tired of the new rules that the government makes up, I swear to God. Just seen a TikTok there, it said, from the 4th of August 2025, you cannot go on holiday more than 3 times in a year. You take the piss. Like, you know, what about the people that want to go travelling? The people that want to go to Thailand, you know, all over. What about the people that want to go on, for, like, need to go for work? You know, I want to go to all the Canary Islands, I want to go to Lanzarote, I want to go to Dubai. I swear on, if it's true, I'm kicking heads in.
Listen, yeah, you Airbnb owners, I see you, innit? Trying to book one single night in an Airbnb, a hotel, something in England in July. One singular night. A beach hut. A fucking beach hut. Have a look. This is your beach hut. It's one of them, innit? It's not the whole thing. One. That's one night, bruv. My favourite are the delusional ones. This one's called Casa Particolare. It's not in Marbella, it's in Hampshire. Luxury cottage, apparently. Have a look at this. So yeah, for £300 a night, this is your luxury cottage. You like that? Yeah, it looks well good. Yeah. Oh, piece de la resistance. That bedding, yeah, that screams luxury. Take my money. I'm actually in tears in it. I've been crying. I found the biggest piss take on Airbnb. Have a look at this. So, what'd you get? £130 for one night, cleaning fee, Airbnb service fee. Let's go. What do we get for that? Just a single picture, literally nothing else on there. It is in fact this one. Wild camping in beautiful field for £130. What do they provide? Absolutely nothing. Bring all your own tents, sleeping bags, and food. Wow, £130.
So we just got back from Turkey, and every single shop we went to, they were complaining about how quiet it is and how there's not that many people on holiday, and if they are on holiday, they are broke and don't do loads of shopping, us included. But why is it? Like, where are people going? Because I mean, Turkey has been the #1 destination for us Brits for a very long time. So where are you guys going now, and why is it that you've stopped going? One thing we did notice when we were there was, like, for example, any kind of can, whether it's branded or, you know, local brand, they would be like 200 liras, which is essentially how much? 50, 100, 50, 200. That's £4 for a can. Ice cream was like 200, again 51, 52. Yeah, that's again £4. Everything was so expensive. For example, like doner and chips would be like £8, and everywhere you go, the prices were in pounds, not lira, not anything else, just pound signs. So is it because the prices have gone up, or is it because people are finding cheaper holidays with cheaper destinations because we can't afford expensive holidays anymore? What is it? Tell me your opinion.
Why is the UK overpriced? Like, tell me how I booked a flight to Sweden for 27 quid, and then on booking.com I found accommodation for 2 nights, very, very good by the way, for 80 quid, so about 107 quid, and my hotel is costing me in London 115 quid, and it's not even like that luxury or amazing. Tell me how that works. London is so overpriced. It's a good place to visit, don't get me wrong, but it's so expensive for what you get, man. How am I booking these flights that are cheaper than it is to freaking holiday in my own damn country? That's how you know that this country is cocked when it comes to visiting, man. Like, there's just no point. It's a waste of time.
Even a UK staycation, bruv.
Oh, hell no.
You might as well fly abroad. Like, and there's actually, I don't think, like, say, I wouldn't even say British people, I'd say, like, Black London Brits don't utilise the nice places in the rest of the UK to go and actually stay, do you know what I mean?
But sometimes like $1,000.
That's a problem.
But the grand can take you to Dubai, you know.
Bro, and there's nice places here. If you just want a couple days away, even if it's not a sun thing, it's just something completely different.
Yeah, nature.
Yeah,
the nature truth there.
There is nice places, bro.
No, don't get twisted. You see those nature places as well. Like, it's over a bag as well.
Yeah, no, that's my point. Yeah, that's why you're discouraged to even look.
That's the thing. They should really put in a price point where everyone can go, because we're not leaving the country.
Yeah.
But they're thinking, well, you know, it's a nice establishment. You don't get to see this every day. But when I looked at something yesterday, $6.90 a night.
See?
What are you looking at, Shangri-La?
No, this was in Newcastle.
Bro, Newcastle $6.90 a night.
Yeah, do you know one of them getaways?
Get out of here.
Yeah, $6.90 a night.
Are you staying in the executive suite in St James's Park, where the chairman is coming to serve you himself?
$6.90 a night.
$6.90.
Yeah. I'll find the exact thing.
Must be like a spa.
No.
For
You have
4
to own
days.
like cabin and that sort of. You still got to cook your. There's no food for you. Go to shop and buy the food. You got to cook.
My language.
Nah. Forget all that.
I'm a little bit scared right now because I've asked the school for a significant amount of time off for Milani because I have to request it. Legally I have to. But obviously they're going to decline it, but I just don't know what they're going to come back with. And I know it's not like the school's fault. It's, you know, the whole education system and the whole making money out of taking kids out of term time. But yeah, I'm going to take the hit with the fine, I think. I have requested to take Milani out of school because I looked at term time in the 6 weeks holiday to go for 4 weeks to our destination, but the flights were like £1,700, and I looked to go in June and the flights were only £600 for the two of us, so like over half cheaper, like way cheaper. So I don't really have an option if I want to take Milani away again this year, which I do because she's only been on the mumcation, which was amazing, but I want to do something the two of us. So if I want to do that, I have to take her out of school during term time. You know, I've arranged it with work, I've arranged it with college. I'm so scared. I sent the letter in and like I did write a little paragraph about how it's going to be educationally enriching. I know they'll still decline it, but you know, can't get anything if you don't try. Also know that after this year, when she's finished year 1, I will not be able to do this anymore because I'm starting placement at uni. I have to work term time, so I can't miss placement. So after this, I genuinely will have to go half term. So if anyone's got any suggestions of how to get a holiday that's not a ridiculous price, please let me know, because I've always got them cheap because I've been so flexible with my dates.
I get this comment where it's like it feels like life is like slipping away. I totally get you. Like, I'm totally there with you. It's sad to see some of these comments, but also like really nice to know that I'm not feeling like I'm on my own. Me and my partner, and like how we sometimes like, I just feel like it's such a downer sometimes. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for this new job and stuff like that, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not going to see any of the salary increase at all. It just stuff goes before you get to actually spend it how you think you might want to. Like looking forward at Christmas and stuff, I haven't even let myself think of it. Like the family's coming to us because it makes more sense where they live and everything, but I'm like, can we afford all of that food? Like, what are we actually going to do? So yeah, I'm like right there with you. I feel like you don't get to like plan many things or like do much. We were trying to do one date night a month and by the time you did a taxi there and back, the meal, 1 drink each and a babysitter, it's just extortionate. And I'm like, I was like, I can't do that this month. Like, I'm so sorry. I obviously want to spend the time with you. And I think that's when people don't realise, or like maybe aren't speaking much about it. It's like, it's those types of things that make you feel shit, or it's like those types of conversations that you end up having where you're like, we'll work so hard and we're doing well, but like, we can't go on a date this month. Like, I'm sorry, it's just fucking awful. I'm like so determined to figure out something that can help, or any ways that I can just share what I've done that has helped a bit. Even though I 100% still have moments like this, I'm going to try and get things better, and I just want to share what I'm doing to get there and literally share as much as I can. I've gone from having like, I think around £8,000 on credit cards from the first couple of years with having Ivy, because I just thought life was like crazy expensive. Our childcare was £1,000 a month. Like, I want to go through it all and just explain how I've got us in a better position, even though it still feels like it's really tough. And yeah, I just want to share as much as I can and hope it like helps, but in a practical way, not in like a, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll keep doing it.
Do British people not travel within the UK?
We don't know. One reason being the cost. It's actually cheaper for us to go abroad. And then just to illustrate this, I've just picked up a quick flight from Bristol to Corfu, Bristol being my local airport, for 2 adults, flights there and back, not including hotels, to clarify, would be £296.18. However, if I was going to go from Bristol to the Lake District, as you mentioned, look at the difference in price for the 2 adults. More expensive. Okay, not that much more, but it's still more expensive. And then when you factor in the weather as well, which isn't always great or predictable here, might as well just go abroad.
Right, the UK, it's not looking good, bruv. Yeah, it's fucking cold. We got the Cosy Lives crisis, yeah? And now they want to reduce the school summer holidays from 6 weeks to 4 weeks. Now, I'm sure we can all agree that this is an absolutely shocking petition, but what I want to know first of all is who the fuck are the 162 people that have signed this shit? They were definitely the ones with no friends and the ones that fucking reminded the teacher that the homework was due, bruv. It's like the people in charge of the UK are actually on a mission to just make everyone miserable, yeah? I swear there was a thing the other day where, like, children have to stay in school till the age of 18. And now they can't even have their fucking summer holidays. Like, bruv, the 6 weeks holidays is what you look forward to the most as a kid, yeah? Them summers used to pop, and don't even get me started about the long one after GCSE, bruv. After GCSE summer is the pinnacle of any UK teenager's life, bruv. Life just goes downhill after that summer. Anyways, 4 weeks, bruv. What the fuck are you gonna do for 4 weeks? You fart and 4 weeks are over, bruv, yeah? Allow it, man. Let the children have their fun. Let's not change it from 6 weeks. It's always been 6 weeks holidays, and let's keep it that way. Safe.
I cannot imagine, right, anyone from another country coming to UK on holiday unless they're going to fucking London. I cannot imagine that whatsoever. I can't imagine someone going into a travel agency abroad, right, and looking for a brochure at holidays and thinking, 2 weeks all inclusive to Skegness. What a fucking dream that is. 2 weeks in a caravan in Skeggy, getting onto Skeggy Market, babby. Or a week all inclusive in Barnsley, getting all passes at Barnsley Metrodome. If you don't know what Barnsley Metrodome is, it's like going to Disneyland in America, where dreams are fucking made of. And I imagine, I cannot imagine anyone going into travel agents abroad and thinking, fancy a bit of Skeggy this week. 2 weeks all inclusive Skeggy. I'll have a bit of that fucker. Seriously, does anyone actually come to UK on holiday other than going to fucking shitty London? Let me know.
The sad truth is, holidays have always been something to look forward to. That one thing to break up the grind of working day in, day out. A chance to actually live instead of just surviving. But in today's Britain, even that's been stolen from us. Families used to save up for a week at the seaside, or a cheap flight abroad, knowing it was possible if they budgeted. Now, even a budget break in your own country costs hundreds. Train tickets are a joke. Fuel prices are sky high. Hotel rooms charge London prices even in little coastal towns. And eating out, that's basically a luxury for the wealthy now. So what are ordinary people doing? Cancelling, postponing, pretending they don't want to go away. Parents telling kids, maybe next year, knowing full well next year will be worse. Holidays, rest, relaxation. They've become fantasies for working people, while the rich treat them as entitlements. MPs swan off on their taxpayer-funded trips. CEOs jet set across the globe, and influencers spend more on one weekend than we make in a month. That's the reality gap in broken Britain. And here's the real kicker. It's not just about missing out on fun, it's about the mental health cost. People are burning out, depressed, exhausted, and trapped in this endless cycle where they work and work and work, but never get to enjoy the life they're working for. That's not living. That's surviving in a system designed to bleed us dry. So let me ask you, when was the last time you had a proper holiday? Not a day trip, not sitting at home calling it a staycation, a real break. A week where you didn't have to think about bills, rent, work, or food prices. For many of us, the answer is years, if ever. That's the cost of living crisis. It's not just about groceries or energy bills. It's about stripping away every single thing that makes life worth living. And it's only getting worse. But this is why we rant. Because the more of us speak out, the harder it is to ignore. So if you're sick of seeing your hard work amount to nothing, if you're angry that even a staycation is now a luxury, then hit subscribe, drop a like, and share this video with someone else who feels the same. This isn't about begging for cheap holidays. It's about demanding a system that doesn't rob us of the basics of life: rest, joy, family, and dignity. Because we deserve more than to just scrape by. We deserve to actually live. And until that happens, until working people in this country can actually afford the life they work for, we'll keep ranting, keep exposing, and keep fighting back.